My name is Jonathan Gillum.
And this is The Experts.
This is Jonathan Gillum, and it is midnight. It's 12:30 at night here in New York City, and I figured I had to rest my voice. I had a lot going on this week. I've done a lot of talking. I literally, sorry, I'm fixing my earpiece here. Literally have gotten, I've been talking longer than I've slept in the past. Well, not including the nap I just took, but over the past 2 days. 48 hours. So finally I'm going to get some rest tomorrow. I don't have a radio show to do. So the past 2 days I did David Webb's show both mornings from 9 to 12, talking 3 hours straight, and then doing an hour just after that of Newsmax, this program on Newsmax. So overall I spoke 8 hours and got 7 hours of sleep because I had so much going on. So, hey, we're here. We're alive. Let's do a warning order. I'm not really going to stay in here long. Let's do it. So, I have done 2 shows now on Newsmax. I did the first one recorded on Monday. That was my call. I asked them if I could do the first one recorded so that I could kind of set the show exactly how I would like to have had it to unfold. Newsmax has been so great. They're just like, let's do what you want to do, however you want to do it. And so that's what we've done. And so it's turned out really well. Today we did live, and I've got to tell you, like, I'm not stressed at all right now because I'm on here talking to my friends in the CQRF on both Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Let me see what we got on YouTube here. Hold on one second here. We've got a total of 7 people watching. You know what? So God bless all 7 of you. I love you. So it's very interesting because Newsmax, or TV in general, but doing this show on television, I'm not controlling all this stuff. So literally, this is the way it works, is I have the studio set up here, got the camera here, nothing's changed, same studio. Same thing you see behind me now is the same thing that you're going to see on Newsmax if you tune in. So this is what we got. And so what happens is, this light's a little bright here, but so basically, let me see how bright this is. Good Lord, maybe I need to turn that down a little bit. What do you think? So they pump this down to Florida and through the camera and my sound box, and it goes to Florida where the producer is at, and the producer is giving me the ins and outs. Like they start the show for me. They do the intro. Like I have the opening. It's a condensed version of that. They open it, and then they tell them, they count down, and they say go. And so I go. I have them in my ear. And then when we getting ready to go to break, they give me a countdown. You got 5 minutes. You got 3 minutes. You got 1 minute, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and then I wrap it up right there. And so different segments are different lengths. So that I'm telling you, it's very, I don't typically say and but somebody told me today that I was saying that quite a bit. So it's interesting because I'm having to think so much while I do it, and I'm not used to that. I'm used to just talking either on the radio or on here. So interesting the way it works, and the way this whole television thing works. So, but it's worked out well. I hope it gets, I hope we stay at Newsmax. I would like to have a later time slot, like around 8 o'clock is, when I think this show would typically be on. And I think it would be good to have it at that time. Now, here's one thing that, look at that. We got a troll on here already. I haven't even talked about anything. We got a troll. It's good to be back, folks. Good to be back. So here's something that I found out today. I didn't even know this. You can go to newsmaxtv.com and there's a chat on there. So you can sign up for that chat. And then while it's going on, the chat is going on the side of on the computer. I didn't know that. I would love to convince them somehow to where we could have the people who've been on this part of this show for the past couple of years. And hello, Kitty Kelly. Kitty Kelly, I need to have you on the show. Just like this. I'll have you back here on the screen, and we'll do it on Newsmax, either tomorrow or Friday if you want to come on. Since you're freshly retired, congratulations. Kitty Kelly retired after 33 years in the United States Army. And should just do a whole show on Kitty Kelly, really, is what we should do. So it's interesting having somebody else control this stuff. It will free me up to think and free me up. But right now I'm concerned while I'm doing the show of, is this right? Did we get that right? Am I making this clear in the short amount of time that I have? You know, you guys know me. I go on for an hour about one subject. On there, I'll have between 13 and 3 minutes, depending on the segment. So some segments I only have 3 minutes to talk. So it's got to be a quick, short, 35 years. I'm sorry, Kitty, 35 years. I don't want to short you of that. So let me see here. Just so you know, I haven't done this in a while. This RT, something RT guy, you're about to get blocked here in just a minute. But just let you know what, I'm going to let him go because, again, like I said, first off, it's 12:30 at night. I'm coming on here just to talk about things and say hello to everybody. And this weirdo is on here trolling, does not have anything else to do. I can guarantee you, there you are. So, okay, so here, first thing, troll, is that when you come up and you do this stuff, you're giving me influence, right? So Twitter puts all this together and you're bumping up my influence. So that's cool. We'll let him stay. Well, we're not gonna block him. We'll let him stay. The second thing is I can almost guarantee you that person stinks, probably doesn't have a relationship except for with, you know, himself, and probably comes from a rich or well-off family and has the latest iPhones and iPads and doesn't have anything else at all. So, hey, troll, go ahead, you know, flex your Twitter muscle. See, here's the difference between a real man and you. My muscles are here in this arm right here. I've proven throughout the years that I don't quit. I've proven that I've got what it takes to serve my fellow man, to put myself to the side, to understand and get to know God and build a relationship with him and build real strong muscles. In the case of my leg, I had a weak tendon that snapped, but I'm building that back. But this is your muscle right here. This keyboard. That's these Twitter freaks, trolls like that guy. What a weirdo. Hey, but keep it on. You're giving me good influence. Let me turn this light down here, folks. Hold on a second here. I want the trolls to make sure they can see me. There you go. Here you go. Check this out. See if I can put this up here. Hold on. It's difficult to do this. I don't know if you can see this. Nope, you can't. Hold on. There you go. Look at that. I even cut off my camouflage pants so I could put my knee in this brace. I got my foot in there too. Ugh. All right. Maybe that was too much information. I don't know. But here we go. I'm watching on the replay here. So I only got about another month. That thing comes off in January, mid-January, and then I get the Forrest Gump one that allows my leg to bend a little bit more. And there's a lot of people were asking me exactly what did I do. Imagine that this finger is my leg. Your quadricep tendon, all the muscles in your quadriceps, the biggest tendon in your body, it all connects to this tendon that runs from your kneecap up and all the muscles attached to it. So what the tendon does is if the muscles attached to the bone, they would tear right off because muscles can tear easily. Tendons don't. If you ever eat steak and you get in that piece of substance that you just can't chew through, so you end up having to throw it away. That's a tendon, right? So they're very, very, very hard to tear. They're very, I don't know what the word is, but you can't tear them unless you're Jonathan Gillen riding a scooter. So basically, all those muscles pull on that tendon, which pulls on the kneecap, which pulls the leg up like this. And then when the hamstring pulls, it pulls back down like this. And that's also attached with a tendon. I don't know what it's called. But so there's also a tendon at the bottom of the leg called the patella tendon. So what happens is if you snap that tendon, your leg goes bloop. And you can't do leg lifts because your leg can't stay up. So it just falls. Well, they had to re-sew all that. So it takes a long time to heal and scar. It literally scars back to your knee, and that's what reattaches. Not the tendon; it's actually scar tissue. So that's where we're at now. I got a new earpiece, and it's not working. Let's see here. The book is doing spectacular. Let me get back to this thing where I dropped off for a second. You can go to newsmaxtv.com and you can sign up for as you can see, I'm getting a little hair now. You can sign up on there, and we can do this where you do the chat. You can do it on Newsmax TV. So while I'm on there, you can actually do that. Now, I thought the shows were going to be posted this week on Newsmax. They have not been posted. I recorded the whole one today on here, but I have to chop it and do all the stuff and put it together. I don't think it'd be worth it to do it and then air it. Without the commercials, it's going to be about a 40-minute show, and I can just come on and do this if I have the time. So just bear with me this week. This week is kind of an experimental phase, and then next week we'll see where it goes. We'll see what time slot I eventually get, and then hopefully it'll be the nighttime slot. You guys, you have to let's see, we got 50 people on there. I don't know, on Facebook, almost 60 people. Let's see how many people we have. I don't even know how many we have on Twitter. You have to let's see, 45 people. Okay. So we got roughly 100 people watching this. If you like this show and you enjoy watching it, I want you to go to Newsmax TV, sign up for that chat, and so that you can chat there when the show is on, and let them know this show should probably be in nighttime. Let them know. I mean, they may have different ideas, and we'll negotiate that stuff, but I think this is a nighttime show. It's an evening show. People like to get stuff flung out before they go to bed, and that's what we do here. So, don't be afraid to let them know. Also, you can go on Twitter. They're also on Facebook, and you can let them know exactly what you think about this. In fact, I forgot to share this on my other pages. Make sure that you're sharing this show, just so we share it and get our numbers. Let's see here. Hold on one second. Now, I'm not hosting any radio tomorrow, but I am hosting Sean Hannity's radio show on Friday. So I want you all to tune in to that. It's on Sirius XM Patriot Channel 125, but you don't have to watch it on there or listen to it on there. You can actually listen to it on terrestrial radio, and you can find that out. I think if you just Google Sean Hannity radio show in your city, it should pop up, and you'll know exactly what radio station to listen to it on. It's going to be a good show. We're going to have a year in review, and I have a lot to say. There you go. Posted on all my different pages and shared, so make sure you share this. Come on. I got this new iPhone, and I mean, it's like every other iPhone. But Apple, I got to be honest, they do stuff like everybody else where they upgrade stuff, and it doesn't make it any better. In fact, it makes it way worse in the usability of it. I don't know why they feel the need where these little techies have to continuously upgrade stuff. Just leave it alone. We know now that Apple lies about the batteries and about screwing with your phone. We know that for sure. But anyway, how's everybody doing? So the book, Amazon is getting another order of books. Barnes & Noble finally started. They finally got their shipment of books. It's coming back up on Walmart.com. And we had some snafus last week between, I don't know, with Amazon and some other stuff. And so we got that ironed out. But the book right now, currently, let me look up here on the Amazon bestseller list. We did not make the New York Times bestseller list. No surprise. But I am number 241 on the Amazon bestseller list. That went up into the 170 something, I think 173 today. We're number one bestseller in violence and society, safety and first aid, and martial arts for some strange reason. So we got a triple one in, or a top rating in as a bestseller in 3 categories. That's good. And listen, if you want to hear that, let me play this real quick. So if you order the audiobook, this is what it sounds like here. Hold on. Warning, this book will change the way you see the world. For a moment, I want you to pause. And with a clear mind, I want you to read the following question and consider the implications of what it is asking you. How much of your life, your safety, your awareness, your health, your learning, your relationship with God, the safety of your children, your money, and so on, how much of all that and the rest of your life depends upon protection from others? Not knowing the answer to this question is called learned helplessness. And wherever you see it, you will also see a cultural cancer of unawareness. Who protects your life? Who hates you? What are the tactics that those who protect you might use to ensure absolute survivability in something like a terrorist attack? Can you really plan and rehearse your actions if you are caught up in a violent attack? How do you know the tactics that bad guys will utilize to attack you? If you don't know the answer to these questions, then there is a good chance you have been indoctrinated to believe it's impossible for you to develop awareness and for you to be your own protector. That stops today. Sheep No More is the awareness Bible that allows you, the reader, to radically change your perception of the world around you by teaching you proven techniques to discover the key criticalities of awareness in and around your surroundings. After reading this book, you will be able to make educated predictions about who and why you could be attacked, where and when attacks could happen, and how an attack could be carried out against you. The key factor in this book is a technique of attack and defend, which is based on a combination of tactics, techniques, and procedures I learned in the SEAL teams and various law enforcement agencies in which I served. All right, that's good. So there you go. Yes, somebody asked me if I read the whole thing. Yeah, yes, I did. And it took approximately 1 month for me to read that. So, wow, that was the hardest thing next to writing the book and going through SEAL training and maybe Ranger School that I think I've ever done. And dealing with Jesse's death and my father's death. I guess there's been some other hard things. But reading this was... It took me about a month. It's 5 hours, 53 minutes. So if you're going on a long trip, or if you want to get it and then listen to it in the car on a daily basis when you're going back and forth, or if you're Remo and you're flying in the helicopter, maybe you want to do that. I don't know. So, yeah, that was a labor of love. I did it right here, and you will hear. So one thing is, when I go through the actual chapter 3 in the book, where I go through the techniques of how you build these target packages. In the book, it wouldn't have made sense if I read it like it was written, because it would have been, I'd been reading bullet points. So what I did was I ad-libbed that entire chapter 3, except for the one part at the beginning, and I literally talk you through it. So it's actually pretty good to have both the audio and the paperback, so you can kind of follow along there. Now, what I'm coming up with next is I'm going to come up with a journal. Now, I don't know if you know much about journals. I didn't really know that they were in high demand, but I'll show you. It's going to be a little different than this, actually, but similar. This is a journal that Mel Robbins made, and she's a motivational speaker. And so the journal list has on a daily basis different lists. Basically, it goes through like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a journal that is going to allow you to build your target packages so that you can keep those target packages. You can refer back to them. And if you're going to take a trip, you'll be able to do it. If you're a truck driver, you'll be able to basically do target analysis of the places where you have to stop. And then, you know, if you want to take pictures of that and send it to other people or give them information, we'll do that. Eventually, I'd like to have an app that goes with that as well. But for now, until I get that fixed, we'll deal with a log like that. The other thing I'm working on is a children's book to go along with that. And then lastly, I would like to, it's going to take a little bit more research, but to do a follow-on to this book that allows you to have as a reference manual. So you can go back and look at, these are the typical behaviors of a pedophile or a terrorist, and you can look at that and actually reference that when you're doing these target packages. So that's going to be the other thing. So I got a lot of work to do, but listen, I did this book right here, and I'm no superhuman, but I did this book in 2.5 months. I wrote this book, and then Post Hill took it to press, and there it is. Now it's on the shelf. So if you haven't gotten one, you got to get one. You'll get it. Just go order it. And if you're somebody who paid the money, $50 or more to GoFundMe, I've told everybody this, or I tried to tell everybody this, be patient. These past 2 weeks have been probably one of the busiest weeks. I know it's Christmas, but one of the busiest 2 weeks I've ever had in media. So Jim DeLong and I, we've been in contact, and as soon as this next week is over with, we are going to sit down and start. We're going to contact you on GoFundMe, and we're going to start getting names and addresses, and we're going to get these books. So right now also, the book is only $9.23. If you paid $15, I apologize for that. It doesn't matter and make any difference to me. But on Amazon, it goes up and down. The price goes up and down. So they do that, and then they force other people to go up and down in their prices. So let's see here. If you the GoFundMe page is still up. Don't think that's going away. I haven't gotten paid for this book yet. I don't get paid till next year for this book. And but when we get paid for the book, it's going into this. I haven't even talked to Newsmax about this yet. If this show continues on Newsmax after this week, and it will by and large based on your input, the CQRF, if you guys are contacting Newsmax on Twitter, on Facebook, on signing up for that chat that they have on the show, if you contact Chris Ruddy is the owner of Newsmax. Don't be afraid to contact Chris. He's a great guy. I mean, he's not going to write you back, but I'm talking about on Twitter. Let him know what you think about the show. I think that feedback is valuable. And so don't be afraid to assist me in letting them know. And whose birthday is it? Is it Jim DeLong's birthday, Kitty? I didn't even see if it is. It's just, you just said Jim. Jim who? Hey, Jim, happy birthday. Well, I didn't know it was Jim DeLong's birthday. Where is he? Is he on here? How does everybody else know that and I don't? All right, I'll write him and wish him a happy birthday. So let's continue to get this going. And before long, everybody's going to have the dream they've been waiting for, okay? This show will be on a TV network, hopefully at night, with a chat that you don't have to sign up on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube for. I mean, isn't that what we've all been looking for? And then you can tell people, hey, watch this show. And they're like, I've never heard of Newsmax before. You say, well, it's on Dish, DirecTV, Fios, and AT&T. And you can go to Newsmax.com, NewsmaxTV.com, and you can watch it there. I think you can watch it on YouTube as well. But listen, this is what we've been working towards. We got a book now. I say we because, listen, I even thanked you guys. I don't know if you saw this. I'll show you right here in the dedication. No, the acknowledgement. That's what it is. Acknowledgements. Actually, you know what? I'll play it for you. How about that? Let's see here. I got to pull up GarageBand, so stand by. I don't know why I'm doing this, but listen, it's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, so I might as well do this, so stand by. Let's see if I can do this right. Give to the world so that it may be safer. To all those who mentored me, John Crouch, Wally Grand, Jim Grindstaff, Ron Bellin, Sean Hannity and Linda McLaughlin, and Rick Unger and David Webb, just to name a few. Those who told me to shut up and listen, then ask my opinion once I gained the knowledge, understanding, and experience I needed. Thank you for your patience and guidance. To Rico and Jesse, my dogs, you helped me see the world from a different perspective and brought light where there was darkness. And yet we must acknowledge the one true God and his son Jesus for giving us history's greatest example of the sacrifice for the greater good of others. Your plan forged me so that others may know. Amen. So that's not the acknowledgement.
To my publisher.
This is the acknowledgments here, so let me fast forward a little bit.
Post Hill Press, Billy Bromwell, for guiding me and giving me the opportunity to empower our make our homeland safe and fight. Thank you to John Ford for your edit. Now I know why the editor. Connecting the dots and find book. And makeup artist / psychologist.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Angel.
Here you go. Listen to this.
Thank you to photographer Barry Morgenstein and makeup artist / psychologist / angel Maureen Walsh for their incredible cover photos and support. You both are amazing, patriotic Americans. To all those that assisted in editing and critiquing my manuscript, Salpy, Chris, Liz, Natalie, Jennifer, Jessica, and the Newmeyers, your suggestions and devoted time made this possible. Thank you. Thank you, Sean Hannity, for being a great American, for giving me the opportunity to fill in on your show in your absence, and for writing the foreword to Sheep No More. Thank you to the men and women with whom I served at AMTI, where warriors went to do profound things. And thank you to the men and women of the NYPD for teaching me how to be a cop on the street. A very, very special thanks to Kirby Scott, Debbie Brett Schneider, and Jay Kincaid, three of the finest leaders with whom I worked in the FBI, as well as Crystal Lanou, Joe Lanou, and Rita Lanou for the greatest support in the Bureau. Thank you to Fanu Lanou for keeping all the agents and
that's an inside joke for cops
toes throughout the years. You have proven to be a worthy opponent. And lastly, thank you to all the members of the CQRF. I stand with you.
Yeah.
Forward.
That's right. I didn't forget you. And I'm telling you, this whole process of what we've done here is it's pretty remarkable when you think about it, folks. It's the unity keeps me going. It makes me feel as though this isn't worthless, that we're actually doing something. So this book, this show, the stuff that's to come, it's all a process of all of us working together and continuing to unify and have dialogue and standing together. This is going to grow, folks. We're not going to let go of this. And so I hope what my ultimate plan for this is, and I hope that Newsmax picks this show up, puts it on at night. And then what I'd like to do is maybe in February go on the road and actually take this show on the road for a month and test it out and see how it works. And then every couple of months, literally do that. Just get in the truck and go and do some trips and record shows and get to meet you guys and see you all and do what we did when I came across the country before. Shoot some guns, eat some food, have dialogue. I just think it'd be amazing to be able to sit down and do that with you all. So hopefully that'll happen. No, Kitty Kelly, I'm not going to forget you. You're going to be a part of this show. Your 35 years of military experience cannot be wasted by letting you just drift away. So we're not going to let that happen. Yes, Tom Smith obviously knows. First name unknown, last name unknown. Fanu Lanou. So anybody got anything? I think that's about it. Just continue to tell people about this book. It's getting great reviews so far. It is, I've had military people and law enforcement write me and say, thank you for reinforcing what they already knew and helping them get it back in their heads and helping them communicate to people that they know that haven't really, they haven't been able to communicate before. There wasn't actually a tool that they could communicate this stuff with. So it's your word of mouth is going to help this spread. Call your local TV stations, radio stations, call Fox News, write Fox News, say, listen, you've got to do a story on this book. It's very important, this book, that it gets out. Hello, Becky. And nothing's going on. I just wanted to come on and say hello. Becky Parker is one of the reasons why I did this tonight, because every day she's like, are you doing a show? Are you doing a show? So, yes, we're doing a show. Good night, Bruce. So, hello, Jessica. So, keep the word of mouth going on the book. Tune in to Newsmax if you can. Tomorrow, again, it is at 1 o'clock and Friday at 1 o'clock. And then when at 2 o'clock I'm done, I'm heading over to the studio to do a live show with Sean Hannity, or not with Sean Hannity, but do the Sean Hannity radio show at from 3 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. And then get ready for New Year's. I don't know what I'm going to do for New Year's. I may end up going to Gotham Comedy Club here in New York City, where my good buddy Chris Mazzilli owns the club, and it's an amazing place, and that may be where I celebrate New Year's. I don't know yet. So, thank you, Scott Narasin. I guess that's how you say your last name. Army 83. God bless you, brother, and thank you for that. Newsmax Newsmax not at 12. Newsmax is at 1. Oh, Texas time, it's at 12. Yeah. So it's 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hello, Patty from North Carolina. This is one of the things I miss. I miss having this conversation back and forth with everybody. Let's see what else. Oh, really? So Becky knows somebody that did comedy there at Gotham. Yeah, it's a great place. I think it's the best comedy club I've ever been in, not just in New York City, but anywhere. So I think it's time for me to go to sleep, get some sleep, so I don't lose. Tomorrow's the day I'm going to let my voice heal. And Rico's doing all right. I'm going to let you all in on a little secret. Today, when I started my show, Rico gets a little jealous at times when I do these shows, and he's old, he's got a little dementia, and he's also a Jack Russell, which means he has a big problem with, what's the word I'm looking for here? He can be very spiteful. So I started the show, I was 5 minutes into the show, and Rico walked around, and I thought he had crapped all over this apartment, but I guess he just had was having a little stomach issue. So I had to do the whole show with him walking around crop dusting me for an hour, and it was vicious. So if you watch the show today, and I was straight faced, of course I had training by tearing my tendon and hosting a show on Newsmax for 2 hours before I ever went to the doctor. I had to deal with almost like mustard gas floating around my apartment today while I did the show, and I kept a straight face. I stayed focused. And then I get through with the show. This is my fault. I should have taken that as a hint and put him outside, but I didn't. And so I turned around, and he literally crapped all over my carpet. So I had to throw my carpet away. Maybe that's too much information, but if you love dogs like I love dogs, well, then you're probably laughing right now, because that's what he did. And he's a Jack Russell. So... That's the way things work. I got to get a new earpiece. This thing is killing me. Let's see what else is going on here. Man, there's a lot of people up at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. What are you all doing up? Let's, if you don't have, listen, I'm going to drink the rest of this beer. I don't care. I don't think I'm going to be able to drink beer on TV. I haven't even asked them that. So the Friday night toast may be done. I don't know. We'll see. If that is the case, then I'll have Rico up on Friday nights. We'll just do Friday night dogs or something like that. I don't know. We'll do something like that. So I might do a Friday night toast this Friday, just because it's been a big day, or a big week, big 2 weeks, and we need to celebrate. Here's one thing I want to make a goal, folks. The book, again, is at 243, I believe, right now on the bestseller list on Amazon. Hold on. It's updated every hour. Let me look at it one more time. I'm a little obsessed with this, as you can tell. It's 241, number one in 3 categories. It's on actually, when we look at the other list in the bestseller category, overall list, it is in the movers and shakers. Sheep No More, The Art of Awareness, and Attack Survival is at number, well, it was up there. Might have fallen a little bit. These things move around quite a bit. Let's see here. Man, that falls fast, unless it went up. Hold on. Stand by. Unless I missed it. Well, it was up there today. Okay, it's not on movers and shakers. Let's see, new releases. See where it's at there. See these things? Okay, it's number 31 overall on Amazon. It's right next to Let Trump Be Trump. It is right now. Let's see here. Where's Hillary Clinton's book? I don't even see it. Good. I was number 11 when this thing debuted, and Hillary Clinton was number 10. So we're at 241 overall. The goal is to be number 1 by Friday after Sean Hannity's radio show. I think we can do it because that show normally jumps this book up tremendously. I mean, listen, there's 17 million people listen to that radio show a week. So this may very well bump this book up into the top 10. I say we go for number 1. So if you're thinking about buying a book, do it by Friday, and go tell everybody. Go on your Facebook and Twitter and just start telling everybody, buy this book, and get it. And Kitty Kelly, you won $209. The book right now is $9, about $10 plus shipping. You can go out and buy yourself 20 of these books. I think that'd be a good thing for you to do with that money that God gave you, and then you could dispense this book to people that need awareness. See, Kitty Kelly, I helped you today. All right. I'm a little driven when it comes to this. Let's get this going. All right, if you don't have something to drink, some water, I'm going to drink this. Let's do the Truth Zone. I don't know what I'm going to talk about here. Let's just do it. Let's see here. I feel like I'm riding a horse when this song comes on. Brian Gosher, ladies and gentlemen, wrote this music. He's an amazing guy. Christian, loves the Lord. So if you have a drink, let's raise a toast. Yeah, Mitch needs a book for sure. But I wouldn't give him one. I would. You know, if it helps Mitch out, we'll help him. Even the trolls. I'll give trolls love if they see the light. Probably not going to. I don't know if you have something to drink, but here's to the CQRF, and here's to 2 long weeks. We've gotten through it almost. We're almost done. Friday is going to be another big day. Tomorrow, Newsmax at 1 p.m. I don't know what I'm even talking about yet. I'm going to look at the headlines when I go to bed, and then when I wake up, figure it out then. And we'll go from there. I shortened this song for the show. And then I didn't have to, so it's going to be a shorter Truth Zone. So, thank you, Scott. Pledging $100 in my name. Awesome. Is that for me or is that for Kitty Kelly? I don't know. Corona Light, baby, in a red Solo cup. Thank you, Lord, for these great Americans that I get the chance to talk to on a daily basis. I love every single one of them. Amazing. I got friends all over, in low places, high places, sideways, to the right, to the left. Nice Nazi music. Said the communist. Oh, these Twitter trolls. You gotta hate them, love them, whatever. Hey, Here's to the trolls that give me great influence. So the more that you say stupid stuff, the more Twitter considers that influence, because you're coming on my show, and hey, God bless you. yeah. I bet my neighbors think I'm a weirdo. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. I'm Jonathan Gillum, I'll tell you that. My good buddy Rico, the mad pooper, he's over there. This is The Experts. I'll see you tomorrow at Newsmax, 1 p.m. Friday, 1 p.m. on Newsmax. And then Friday, 3 to 6, hosting the Sean Hannity radio show. Then back here for the toast. The truth has arrived. Krista Burkhart, you joined a little bit late there. I still love you. Yes, I'm going to have one more before I go to sleep. And for all the trolls out there,
I'll be watching you in your sleep. I'll be there in your brain. I'll be in your dreams, making them nightmares about freedom that I know you hate, about Christianity that I know you hate, about not being a useless idiot like you. Trolls.
how many of you are prepared for an incident like this? Get my new book, Sheep No More, The Art of Awareness and Attack Survival, and I will teach you to think like an attacker so you can truly defend yourself. Don't just react, act. Available for pre-order now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Sheep No More. Get it.